Welcome, class. My name is Dr. Paul Khalil. I will be teaching you over the next 8 weeks along with attorney Justin Dion. We are both lawyers. I also have a PhD in psychology and am chair of the Bay Path Criminal Justice and Legal Studies Department. I also teach graduate courses at other universities. But I'm so happy that you decided to join us. We have totally revised this course this term. And the rationale for doing that is we want to update it and modernize it and make it very fresh. I really hope that you will take some time to read, and I put it in the syllabus intentionally, the microbrewery case at the end, which we created just for this class. And I think you're going to find it to be very interesting to work with. Most of the things that you do over the period of this term are going to be involved with that particular case. I'm so happy that you decided to take this class, and I think it's going to be an exciting adventure for all of us. The information and subject matter as a result of our changes is very current and very important to you. We're going to be working together for 8 very short weeks, and those weeks go by very quickly. That's my biggest concern. We don't have a lot of room for flexibility, so I expect that you are going to organize yourself in order to get everything done within the appropriate time frames that are given within the syllabus, as I will do as well. I am as busy, if not busier, than you are. I'm doing a number of different things, including teaching about 6 or 7 courses. So I really need you to focus on getting the work done and in on time. And I think you're going to have a very, very successful semester because time does pass by fairly quickly, and I tend to want to be very fair and treat everybody equally. So that's why our getting the stuff in on time is very, very important. I really recommend that everybody spend somewhere between 90 and 120 minutes a night, 7 nights a week in this class, because it is a graduate class. This is not an undergraduate class, and it does require a great deal of thinking. You're going to generally find 1 or 2 Cengage exercises on your dashboard, and those are to reinforce the reading that you have done. Make sure that you do the reading. It's very important as we go through. They're designed to ensure that you understand the work that we're covering. And you can't change the answers. I recommend doing a question, look at the answer, then look and see if the answer is right or wrong, and if it's wrong, find the right answer. There's no reason why you shouldn't get 100 on all of these exercises. But it's really intended to make sure that you're learning the material. So I hope that you'll take time to do that each week, and it must take place by Tuesday of each week. I want you all to be aware that those little things from Cengage need to be in by Tuesday each week at 11:59 p.m. That's Eastern Time. There's generally 1 discussion each week. The initial discussion is usually due by Wednesday. That's particularly true for the on-the-ground course, so that on Thursday you folks can be discussing it in class. But it's also true for the online people. And for the online people, not for the on-the-ground people. On-the-ground people are going to be dealing with discussions in class. But for the online people, you must respond to 2 other discussions by other students during the course of your putting the material in and up. So take a look at somebody else's, make sure you respond to them. 75% of your grade is going to be based on what you wrote, and the other 25% of your grade for those in the classroom, for those online is going to be based on what you either wrote or said in the classroom. There are major penalties for not getting these things done on time and not receive when due. Anybody who doesn't do that receives a 0. So please get your work on time. You have 2 primary parts to your final paper. Week 4 and Week 6 are designed to complement and assist you in completing the final assignment, which is due in Week 8. You also have a very interesting presentation to give as one of your major assignments. Assignments are due as required in the course, and they must be filed on time. Filing on time, I keep talking about, is important to ensure that the same rules and fairness apply to everybody. So I would really suggest that you read very carefully the microbrewery case a few times. There's a whole bunch, a myriad of issues in that case that all deal with something that you're going to want to know. You're going to say, well, why do I have to do this? Why wouldn't I give this to the lawyer to do? And why do we have to be worried about it? Well, the reason why you do have to be worried about all of these issues is because you have to know when you need the lawyer. And in order to do that, you really need to be able to understand what some of the legal issues are that are facing your company or your idea or your enterprise. So really, it is important. Everything we're talking about is very, very important. There's not a week, I think, that there is something that is not critical to your learning. Professor Howard Stevenson defines entrepreneurship as the pursuit of opportunity without regard to the resources currently controlled. Even large companies must review their value and be able to help with making changes. I've got to tell you that in corporations today, companies today, and in any kind of enterprise today, things are moving so rapidly. There's so much change in everything that's going on that it really is important for everyone who is keying in or who is a key player within the operation to know and understand what the legal aspects are so that they know what they have to do so that you can work effectively with the lawyers within the company and know when to call the lawyers within the company. So saying that, I want you to understand that the legal dimensions of business are not really an afterthought. They're something that you have to be very, very well aware of early on. So my best to you as you work through the course, please read the syllabus and read it carefully. Read the microbrewery case, and read that very carefully. Again, that was designed just a few weeks ago just for this course. It pretty much covers every single issue that we're going to be dealing with in the course. Please don't be afraid to ask questions. The best way to get a hold of us is generally through the classroom or a phone call. A phone call is always very helpful because sometimes with very busy schedules we can hear what the problem is and respond to it almost immediately, or be able to call you back fairly quickly. So thanks so much for joining us, and we look forward to the next 8 weeks, and I hope you enjoy it. Take care.